This is Colin McGuigan for IFLTV. It's been a while since I interviewed you. Do you remember the last time we done an interview, Albert? You ripped me to shreds.
Yeah, I do.
And I pranked you after.
Wasn't Saudi, was it?
Was Saudi, and you ripped me to shreds, and you got a text message from someone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, from you.
How good was that prank?
Fine. Oh,
How good was that prank?
Don't be horrible to Cole. Oh. How are you? Nice
I'm
to be in
good.
your neck of the woods. Well, not far from Magrafelt.
Not far from McAfee. Eddie, first of all, you've linked up with IFL sponsor.
Yeah.
That prize guy,
Well,
delighted?
I have to thank you. I mean, COLM does something useful for the first time. Brings that prize guy to the Matchroom family. So thank you. Looking forward to the journey. And yeah, here in Belfast, what an atmosphere. What an atmosphere.
When you bring fights to Belfast, you said, I'm so excited to be back here. I'm not disrespecting anything else, but Monday's quite a corporate press conference, right?
Yeah.
Last crescendo.
Yeah.
There's no real, back and forth. Sometimes there is, but not Monday.
Yeah.
Then you come here to this. Is this like...
I'll be honest with you though, like there is nothing quite like Belfast. Like when we did Catterall Taylor, you get those one-off fights, but like you come here and I'm doing a press conference every week, sometimes a couple of times a week. And when I turned up today, sometimes you're a little bit in robot mode where you're like, right, you go, right, ready? And then I walked in, I was like, oh my God. And then I go up there and then I introduce the fighters and the whole place erupts. And it's like, it's just unusual, So very happy to be here with a brilliant fight. I mean, let's have it right. This is just a brilliant fight. Two undefeated Irish fighters, final eliminator for the world title, for Boots Ennis's world title, in Belfast. Belfast against Limerick. You saw the fans. It's just a brilliant fight. Two trainers who are, besotted with their fighters, really, which they are, and they have pure belief that they both win this fight by knockout. It's a great fight, and the atmosphere is incomparable to any other city in the world.
Eddie, obviously with this, you mentioned some of the names that will come on the undercard. Can you give us an idea of the fights that we can expect on this undercard?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have Tommy McCarthy against Stephen Ward made. The cruiserweight fight's going to kick off the broadcast. Paddy McCrory over there is confirmed for the card.
Can I throw a name at you and you can tell me yes or no?
Yeah.
Craig Richards?
Yeah, that's the fight I'm trying to make. And it's a brilliant fight at 175. Craig's up for it, but it was only really put to him yesterday. So we'll see if we can get that fight made. But Paddy McCrory will be in a big fight. Then we've got Rui Farrell against Gerald Hughes on Before the Bell. Aaron Bowen on the card as well. Jack O'Neill. And there'll be one more TV fight. So you've got Tommy McCarthy against Stephen Ward. You've got Paddy McCrory, hopefully against Craig Richards. You've got one other big championship fight. And then you've got Paddy.
There was a few names that the other fight could be.
Kevin Ajarko. I wanted to make Kevin Ajarko against Stephen McKenna.
Against Stephen McKenna?
Aaron McKenna, sorry. Actually, both.
At the same time?
We tried both.
What's the situation there?
I'm actually now talking to McKenna, Aaron, about a big fight. Big fight. Which I won't...
So is Ajarko going to be on this card though?
Possibly. If I can find the right fight. And to be fair to Kevin, he accepted that fight with McKenna. Also Kurt Walker as well, looking for big fights for him. Probably one of those two will be in a big fight on the card. So
I want to throw one more name at you. Sean McComb, someone who was robbed in a lot of people's minds against Arnold Barbosa. Would you look to get him on this card?
Possibly. To be honest with you, we don't represent, we worked with Kevin in the past, we don't represent him at the moment. We don't represent Kurt Walker. We don't represent Sean McComb. So to get that slot, the only thing I'm concerned about is the fight. Do you know what I mean? And I'd like to give him all the opportunities. But it has to be a fight where I go, fucking great fight. Because I want this to, if we've got Sean McComb, if we've got Paddy McCrory against Craig Richards, we've got Donovan against Crocker, we've got Tommy McCarthy against Ward, and we've got one more really good fight. There's a great card. Then you've got the Before the Bell stuff. We're nearly 5,000 already for this fight. We've only got 7,000 tickets because of Odyssey have got a show the next day. So this fight's going to sell out, but I know this atmosphere is going to be brilliant. I can't wait till fight week. The next presser, the next weigh-in. And like you said, look, we're seeing some amazing fights at the moment, worldwide, but you don't really see that very often, do you?
Ed, obviously, I need to ask you, the 11th hour last night, the post comes out from Turkey announcing Ben Eubank first of all, just delighted to get that over the line. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, I've worked my nuts off on it, to be honest with you, and I've never quit. I've never given in. I've never lost hope. I've had Conor Benn's back the whole time, you know, and go back there. But yes, he did get completely cleared in a national anti-doping panel hearing. People still don't want to accept, but anyway. And I worked my absolute bollocks off on it. And with the help of His Excellency, Conor Benn has changed his life after 2 years of just absolute hell. But now it's about the fight, and he's got to go and do a job on Chris Eubank Jr. He's stepping up 2 divisions. It's a very tough fight. It's a dangerous fight. But we're ready. And you're going to get one of the greatest build-ups you've ever seen for a fight. You're going to get one of the greatest atmospheres. You're going to get the narrative. You're going to get the legacy, the history, the fathers. And you're going to get a war. Because this is personal now. Real personal between these two.
Chris Eubank Jr. referred to you, and I quote, unquote, a rat.
Yeah.
What do you make of those comments and his kind of, how he's handling the whole weight situation?
I mean, look, my job is to negotiate the best deal for Conor Benn, of which I've done a fucking unbelievable job. And if I could, and by the way, I don't believe we have any edge in this fight. We're coming up. I mean, this geezer, he talks about me being a pussy. He's crying like a baby. What's he got to worry about? We're doing it at his weight, 160 pounds. Chris Eubank is a middleweight. He just made 160. People still moan, oh, you're making him fight at 160. It's his fucking weight, morons. Do you know what I mean? And you talk about a rehydration clause. I'll tell you something now. The rehydration clause, completely standard in terms of governing body procedure, right? The weight this time is £3 more than the first fight. The hydration this time is a lot more than the first fight. We're giving up everything. We're going.
So the fight at 160, the rehydration is what, 170?
Yeah, I'm not going to go into the numbers yet. I'm sure that will play out in due course. But within governing body procedures, there's nothing. You know, people quick say, "Oh, you're making him have a hydration clause." Conor Benn's coming from 147 to fight a middleweight. What about him stepping up? So Chris Eubank wants to, and Chris Eubank always goes, "Oh, I only put on 5 or 6 pounds after the weigh-in." So what are you moaning about? You know, and by the way, it's my job to negotiate the best deal. The deal that we have got is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right? Forget 50-50. Yeah? We've done a job. But we've got the fight, and the fight is made, and you are going to love it. And it's going to be a brilliant, regards to Chris Eubank Jr. calling me a rat, let me tell you what I think of Chris Eubank's opinion. Couldn't give a flying fuck. Honestly, the opinion of that man is so irrelevant to my life, and vice versa, by the way. He don't care what I say, I don't care what he says. You know? Like he called me, I'm a boxing promoter. I'm nearly 20 years long in promoting. I'm nearly 40 years around boxing. I probably am a rat. I probably am a scumbag. I don't know. I just do a job. I deliver for my fighters. I try and give you the best fights. I make money for the business, and I have a lot of fucking fun doing it. Call me whatever you want, baby. Because I'll tell you something now. At a stadium in front of 80,000 people, Benn and Eubank are fighting.
Spurs Stadium?
Possibly. There'll be an announcement in due course in the coming.
Think it sells out?
Oh, fucking, mate. Sells out? We'll do 2 of them. 2 stadiums.
So would you look at possibly Wembley?
That's being discussed as well. This is a, you know, people always like, I actually had every now and again when you check the message requests, sometimes I reply to people, right? And some geezer today's like, because I posted saying the biggest fight in British boxing, it's hardly the biggest fight in British boxing, is it, Ed? I said, and I replied to him. I said, hello, sweetheart. I said, it's right, exactly what I put. I said, tell me a bigger fight in British boxing. Well, and they always come back and go, oh, sorry, mate, I can't believe you replied. Oh, my God, you're unbelievable. You're amazing. But the thing is this. Tell me a bigger fight in British boxing. Oh, AJ Fury, he's retired. Right? So don't come at me with that. Tell me a bigger fight. There is nothing that compares to this fight. The history, the legacy, the bad blood, what's happened over the last couple of years. When we went on sale for Benn Eubank 2 years ago, it was the fastest selling fight ever at the O2 and the biggest grossing fight ever at the O2. It is an absolute monster. And this time, last time, I'm not saying they were friends, but it was like, look, respect because of the, you know, like now, oh mate, you boys are going to have a field day, IFL. Oh my God, you're going to be sitting there just watching the views go, ooh, ooh, ooh. Coogan will be there with his jackpot, boom, boom, just taking the money.
Talk to me a little bit about the dads in this situation. Is Turkey the man to get everyone on board to be a part of this fight?
Turkey's done a great job because you get to a point where my requests to Eubank to try and meet in the middle grounds of places, he will not accept. So Turkey got Eubank to accept everything that we wanted. That's why it was unbelievable for us, you know? So that comes with experience and that comes with His Excellency doing a great job of dealing with people individuals. So, you know, if I reached out to Chris Eubank Senior and asked him, do you want to come into this promotion and be involved in this historic night, he'd probably say, fuck off. If His Excellency does it, who knows? Now, Nigel's in. You know, Nigel is a man of passion and love for Conor and his family, and he will be there front line. But His Excellency, the plans that His Excellency has for the promotion of this fight are going to blow your mind. And as you saw, 3 o'clock in the morning, we're working, baby. We're grafting, we're hustling, we're signing contracts, and then we're on the plane this morning, over here, and on we go.
Probably one of the only occasions that you actually, no one even knows you are here, so there's no one for to interview you. But one more question.
I would say that I'm probably, this is, in terms of cities, this is one of my biggest popularity in terms of cities. They absolutely love Eddie Hearn over here. They do.
Probably because of me, to be fair. But anyways.
No, I think that is the main reason, yeah.
Last one. The undercard for that fight, what's the names that you've discussed? Because yesterday we seen Turkey put up a list of a lot of names. Are any of the names that will feature on this card, on that list?
The names that he put out mainly are names to be...
Headliners.
Yeah, headliners involved in Riyadh season, Saudi card. We're working on the undercard. We want a real British feel. So as many big domestic fights as possible. I'm not going to tell you about them, but you'll be pleased with the undercard. Some real intriguing matchups. And yeah, I can't believe we've done it. I can't believe we've done it.
Very last question. He had on that list Anthony Joshua and Martin Bakole is the only 2 heavyweights on that list. Would he be looking at a big rumble in the jungle in Africa for those 2? Or what is Joshua's plans now?
AJ would fight Bakole today. And I think the call out from Bakole the other day, I think it did 2 things. One, it sparked AJ into life a little bit. And 2, as always, like he's up for it. He's just up for fighting anyway. So people ask me that, you know, give me some names he could fight. And I just said Bakole, Deontay Wilder, Dillian White, the Kabayal Zhang winner. These are if he doesn't fight Fury or Dubois Parker. Because he's going to fight. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, if he can't get the Dubois Parker winner and if Fury retires, that's his lot. No, he's up for it, mate.
Eddie Hearn, appreciate your time, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, Cole.
Here,